Okay, so I've done this video so many times, but take 100. I'm just kidding. So yeah, this is gonna be about my high school story. So, as you can see, I was a cheerleader, but I didn't start until senior year. And that's because, I didn't do a sport all throughout high school and I had to do something before I left. But I really do wish that I started, freshman year. Freshman year was horrible for me. I didn't know who I was, I dressed like everybody else. I basically dressed like Soulja Boy because, that style was in back then. I wore extremely baggy clothes. I remember a shirt, it was super long, and it had like Tom and Jerry on it. That was like one of my favorite shirts. So yeah. Freshman year was definitely an awkward stage for me. I really didn't want to admit to being gay, but everybody really knew that I was. I was just, hiding it. And I had crush on girls. And freshman year, I wanted to do drugs like everybody else. My first drug was ecstasy, and I got in so much trouble for that. I trusted this girl who I was in class with, and I wanted her to cover for me, and I told her what I was going to do, and she didn't like the girl who I was getting it from, and she basically snitched on me and the girl, and we both got in trouble, but she got in more trouble because she had it on her, and I didn't have it, I took it. So she had to snitch on her supplier, and he got locked up, I think. So everybody was just mad at me. Everybody called me a snitch, even though it wasn't me who did it. I didn't know who the guy was. I kept my lips shut. Yeah, the girl, she was the fucking snitch. She should have got the shit. But, yeah, my dad cried. That moment was just horrible for me. Moving on to sophomore year. So, sophomore year, I started to be a rebel. I started to, wear makeup and stuff. And that's when I got a bunch of piercings. I got my septum pierced, I got my belly pierced, I got my tongue pierced, I got my lips pierced, and it was all from one of my close friends at the time, and she was the school piercer. I hung out with like rocker type, alternative type, scene, emo, whatever you want to call them, types, and I don't know, I was just trying to fit in somewhere, and whatever. Yeah, people hated me so much that they would write shit about me on school walls, like, to get to me, I guess. Oh, let me go back to freshman year. I forgot. So, with that ecstasy situation, yeah, people not only called me a snitch, they wanted to fight me. That's when people really started to hate me. And my friends who I was with, I knew them from middle school. They basically ditched my ass. They just left me there to cry after I was threatened. Nobody came to comfort me. They were like scared of what other people would think of them, which is so fucking stupid. Who cares what people think? Like, be a friend to a friend, So yeah, I was basically a loner. I would talk to everybody, but I really didn't have a close friend. So yeah, back to sophomore year. I wear eyeliner and stuff like that, and I think that's when I came out to everyone. I don't know. I think I started off saying I was bi or whatever. I don't know. Everybody starts off as bisexual. People still, like, throughout high school just thought I was bisexual. They were like, you're not even gay. You're bisexual. Oh, you're not even gay. You're pretending to be gay. You're actually straight. Like, people, they just don't, I don't know. They just want me to be what they want to call me. Like, people have been calling me gay since I was little, like, before I even knew what gay was. But anyways, I just didn't give a fuck about anything starting with sophomore year. I, wore more tighter clothes. I wore skinny jeans. I wanted to be alternative. Um, yeah, that's also when I started smoking cigarettes and smoking weed. Cigarettes is disgusting, but weed actually brought me closer to a lot of people that I would never talk to. That was the first time I got really high, was sophomore year. We were smoking out of an apple. The girl had so much weed, and it was just like a daydream to me. Everything was just so dreamy. It felt like I was walking on a cloud, and I had PE the next class, which was so fun because we got to play badminton, and I was high as hell, just laughing, having the time of my life. And I actually passed out and ended up like on this bench, and this girl, she was just like, "You're high, aren't you?" And I'm just like, "Yeah." It was just so fun. I just ran around crazy. And the next day, I was like still high. I still felt it, which was cool. Yeah, I was into drama and stuff like that. I remember one time in drama, I was high and I was eating Cheetos, and I just started to get sick. Like, I don't know why. It was always in that one class. I just felt some type of way, and I threw up like twice. Like, not on the same day, but like, I was high, like, And one time I was just like, I don't feel good. I feel like I'm going to throw up to my friend. And she's like, go! So I opened the door. Right when I opened it, I was just like, ah! And it was like hot Cheetos. Ew. So yeah, skipping over to junior year, that's when I was more just like confident in who I was. Everybody knew who Gay Will Smith was. Even people from other schools knew who I was. And also, I would, like, I would still have beefs with people. I would still have, like, little petty stuff. Let me tell you about all these petty moments that happen, all these, like, outrageous moments. So, back, I think I was a sophomore or whatever. I don't know. I was out, I guess. I would take, like, sexy pictures. I did a Kim Kardashian moment where my ass was out and I put it on MySpace, and then it just went all around school. This one girl was just showing everybody my ass, and you know what? I had that I don't give a fuck mentality, but I was just like, why are you showing everybody? So I had like a beef with her. I was about to like throw her fucking like phone on the floor and shit. Like, she was a bitch. Like, ugh. And then in class, she, like, pours water on me in class and, like, lick it up off the desk. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about water. Like, do something. She was all, like, threatening me like she was gonna fight me, and she fucking pours water on me. Like, who does that in class? So, yeah. Also, I poured Sprite on this one guy that I had beef with. Like, he would say shit, like, offending shit to me about me being gay and stuff. And I was just like... And then in class one day, he was just like, give me some of your Sprite. And I was just, like, being an ass, So I was like, oh, you want some Sprite? I'll give you some Sprite. So I, like, took it out and, like, poured it on him. And guess what? I didn't have to pick that shit up. They had to clean that shit up. I was like, ha ha. So, yeah, people hated me. I remember I burned this girl's hair one time. And, yeah, I just went up and I was like, oh, shit. I remember, like, I wanted to, like, be in a fight so bad because everybody was fighting. It was mostly the girls. There would be some brutal fights going on. I remember there was, like, a rumble with just all girls, and they would, like, beat till they're bloody. I wanted to fight, like, another gay guy. Oh, my God. So petty, right? And with me and other gay guys, like, I wanted a boyfriend. I wanted to be with someone so bad. I was a virgin all throughout high school, but I tried to get at, like, all the gay guys, basically. Yeah. I was just such an awkward person. Okay, let's go back to, junior year. That's when I, started to do dance and stuff. I love dance class. With me, my favorite subjects were dance, drama, just anything where I could be, like, creative was my thing. I wish I joined art. I would have really had fun with that, too. So, yeah. That was my junior year. I was actually a pretty decent student, I feel like, until, like, second semester. But senior year was my favorite time of all because I finally joined cheerleading, yes, and I just wish I did it sooner. And I was just so pro at it because I was, naturally flexible. I stretched and danced. I could do the splits before, in freaking elementary school, I was doing splits and jumping up in the air and doing stuff like that. I just didn't know it was called a toe touch and stuff like that. But I was just naturally good at cheer. I was strong, so I could just pick up those girls. And cheerleading just really just brought out a side of me I just never knew. I just loved to perform. I loved getting nervous before and just like seeing all the crowd and have them cheering for me and just being amazed at my jumps. In cheer, we had we had to do games, and at games, people, they would call you out and they'd be like, well, how do you feel? And you'd be like, I feel good. Oh, I feel so good. They'd be like, 1, 2, 3, I just loved doing all those cheers and all those dances and performing at rallies. Cheerleading just was amazing for me. And I'm so glad because after high school, my coach called me to do cheer again. And I was just like, yes, I'll do cheer again. And my all-star cheerleading was way more fun than high school because in high school, there was so much drama. I remember there was an anonymous box and they were like, Will smokes weed. Like, duh, everybody already knew that. But yeah. I didn't make it to Las Vegas, though, which was so sad. I really wanted to, but I got in trouble for smoking weed. I got in trouble for smoking weed right after I turned 18 as well, and then I had to go to court, and that's why I got my card. It's off my record now, but I'm just so shocked that I made it through high school, man. Like, I really didn't think I would. I had to do summer school to get all my classes passed, but I have my high school diploma. And it's funny because I was nominated for Best Dancer. I didn't win, but I did win Most Dramatic in my high school. And I feel accomplished for that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I don't want to make this too long. But yeah, that's my high school story just wrapped up. Thank you.